So, we were looking for some stories, and I came across this one. Apparently, Gladys from Weapons, Aunt Gladys, good old Aunt Gladys, is possibly gonna be getting a prequel movie. So, here's what it comes from over from Variety. This is what they have reported. The headline reads, "Weapons director confirms Aunt Gladys prequel movie. It's real. I've been talking to Warner Bros. It's not BS." So, Weapons director Zach Kreger has more plans for Aunt Gladys and the wickedly talented occult expert played by Amy Madigan. Kreger has directly confirmed that he's developing a Weapons prequel that will focus on the character, affirming reports that a follow-up was in the works. It is real, and I've been talking to Warner Bros. About it. Kreger told Fan I'm gonna
Fangoria.
yeah, Fangoria, I was thinking that's what it was. In a new
Mhm.
interview, "There's a story, and I'm pretty excited about it. It's not bullshit." So,
That's pretty
guys,
cool.
yeah,
So
I am excited for this because I told you, Paul, when we did our weapons review, I said I really think
oh,
that this universe could have prequels or
you
even
called it.
sequels
You
in it.
straight up called it.
It's such a big world, and I was thinking about it. It's like you either do a sequel 10 years later and seeing how the kids that were affected are recovering,
Mhm.
or you go to beforehand and you figure out the origins of the witchery. And the big one for me was the bell. Like, where does this bell come from
Yes,
and the power of this
yes.
bell? Because this bell has so many satanic things on it where it's like, okay, how exactly does all of this possession stuff work? And that's the cool thing. And I have no doubt in my mind that Zach Kreger is going to have a satisfying way of why things do things. So,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, he definitely has thought about it. He's put into I'm sure he's got, like, a little book, like, "Okay, here's what the tree represents, here's what the bell
yep.
represents, here's why you need this, here's why you need that." Like, he straight up made almost probably an entire tome about this fictional magic witchcraft that he put into this one movie, and then he's probably, like, sitting there like, "How am I gonna explain all this in one movie? You know what? I can't. Let's make a prequel.
Yeah,
Then I can explain it all."
and Aunt Gladys is such an interesting character too because
Mhm.
he doesn't straight out say it. You have to inference it, but you realize that Aunt Gladys is sick. You know that part, but you have to pretty much infer that, oh, she's using these people to stay alive, and she's pretty
Mhm.
much feeding off of their
Is that
life force.
their life force, their energy, that's why she needs kids, she needs the
Yeah.
youngins.
Yeah, and so I think it's really cool, and seeing how they break it down, seeing maybe how Gladys gets cancer and all that, and making her the protagonist of the film in a way, even though she's an evil character, making
Right.
her that protagonist could be really fun to do. And I the only thing with prequels is it prequels can either lift up your previous films and make them so much better, or they can completely ruin your franchise at times. And that's what I don't want it to do. Weapons by itself will be a good movie, but here's what you don't want to hear. You don't want to be watching Weapons and be like, "Oh yeah, Weapons is great. Don't watch this prequel, Aunt Gladys, because it'll ruin Weapons for you." That's what
Yeah,
you
well, I
don't
mean,
want.
isn't that what happened with Conjuring and the Annabelle movie? Like, the first Annabelle movie?
Yeah, but then they also made it up with the other 2 Annabelle movies, which were pretty solid. It just
Okay.
I've never loved prequels, dude. Prequels, like, they're fun if
It's
you do it right, but if you mess it up, you ruin things.
yeah.
Like,
No, yeah. There's sometimes I've seen people do prequels, and they try to over-explain stuff. Like, they wanna make sure that every little detail is taken account
George
of.
Lucas, dude.
Yes, I know.
Let's
It's like,
look about it, dude, like,
"Oh, so, like, that's why this way, that's why that's like." We don't need all these details, alright?
George Lucas with
Let
the
Han Solo
yeah,
just be a badass just because he's a badass.
yeah, like,
Like, come
George
on.
Lucas with his prequels. There are good things to take away from the prequels, but then there are equally amount of bad that come away from the prequels as well, and the prequels at times have really messed up things for Star Wars fans, like, they just have, like,
Yeah, because
episode 2 is
it creates these
awful.
rules that you think you have to follow
Yeah,
for all the other movies that come after it, and then every book, comic book,
Yep.
game, TV show, everything. It's like you got to follow these rules. Like there's straight up a person that works for Lucasfilms and for Disney Star Wars that is called the Keeper of the Holocron. And basically, who he is this guy who has this little hard drive that
Mhm.
has every bit of information about Star Wars that is canon to the
Canon.
current universe. And they have to go to him and ask, hey, is this correct? Can we say this? Or do we have to scrap this idea?
Yeah, and the prequels really messed with that. I mean, the prequels are great with there are such great things that come out of the prequels, but then, like I said, episode 2 is probably
I know,
w
it's
it's not
probably
the
the
worst
worst.
it's not the worst
It's one
because
of the worst
it's one of
because
the
Rise
worst.
of Skywalker.
Ah,
I know.
yeah,
I know.
there but
But, yeah.
yeah,
Going back to Gladys, like, when you have a horror movie with a prequel, I definitely see that Zach Cregger is like, "Okay, I've got a lot of stuff I wanna explain, I wanna open up this world that we, created with weapons." I just really, really hope he doesn't go overboard, because if he goes
yeah.
overboard and tries to explain every single detail, it's gonna ruin the magic.
Yeah, and you have to I think the other thing too that was so cool about Weapons was and the same with Barbarian, was the mystery of what the
Yes,
hell is going on.
absolutely.
And so I think he's gonna have to create another mystery within this because that you we don't see Gladys until the 3rd act of Weapons. Like, we're still
Mhm.
trying to like, we're getting pieces, but
Well, you get little pieces here and there, like this picture right here, the creepiest image ever.
it's like an
That
instant second, and you're like, "Did I
I
see what
know
I
it's an
actually
instant,
saw?"
but at the same time, you're like sitting there like that. This is the scene where Josh Brolin like lifts up the covers and sees this face, and when you watch it, you're like, "Why the heck is there a creepy old lady underneath the covers? Like, who is this person?" And then they
At the
wait
same yeah,
until the third act to actually explain who she is.
but at the same time, though, in that scene, it's so quick of a jump scare and switch and bait, you question, "W Did I see that correctly?" Because that's
Hmm.
how quickly that scene
It
goes by.
was extremely like it was a flash, and you're like, "What in the heck was that?"
Yeah, and then in this scene is when you finally see Gladys as the bad guy and stuff like that, but it
Hmm.
takes until act 3 to really get it moving and get the "Oh, okay, here's how we're going." So, we're gonna have to see too because I also have a feeling Gladys didn't just acquire this in some dirt or at a pawn shop. I have a
No.
feeling she went searching for it and either took it from another person or she did rituals to get it.
Well, you do know that when it comes to magic and witchcraft, there's almost always like witches, they have a coven. Say they have a group of
Yeah.
witches that, they all come together. So I wouldn't be surprised if she kind of did like a Agatha Harkness type deal and stole all the power from the rest of those witches. And she's like, all right, and this is all mine now.
Yeah.
So I
And
I could see that being what the story of this movie is.
yeah, and I mean this movie is still ways away. I mean,
Oh
Zach
yeah,
Cregger
like
has to do
literally,
the
it
Resident
it just
Evil
got
first.
greenlit. That's it. That's all we've
Well,
got.
it didn't even get greenlit. He's just talking to Warner Brothers right now. He is just
Oh
talking.
well, yeah. So it's not even
Yeah.
greenlit yet.
Yeah, he's which I'm willing to bet it will because
Probably.
anything Zach Cregger has his name on is, like, selling like hotcakes right now, which it
Mhm.
deserved, great movies, and so I will see how it goes, but this movie's probably at least 5 years away, but it's
Yeah.
definitely gonna be after Resident Evil because he's already signed on to that project. Now, I'm willing to bet he's kinda worked this one in the background, and it's gonna be working with
Yeah, well,
people to get it ready and have people booking shooting dates and getting actors and stuff like that. But his next project is Resident Evil. So we got to get through Resident Evil before we get this Gladys prequel. So,
yes.
but anyways, guys, what are you thinking about this prequel announcement? Are you excited about it? Are you guys like, oh, hell no, stay away from Gladys? Are you guys like, I don't even want a prequel? Let us know in the comments below. Want more? Check us out on YouTube Podcasts, Spotify, or even the link down below for the full podcast.
Leave us a comment if you guys have any thoughts, questions, or ideas. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe for more videos and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.